For the last 8 years, my dream has been to be a digital nomad, and guess what? I am currently in Vietnam doing that right now. So you'll notice that my background is different, and that's because I am in an Airbnb. Last month, my 99th YouTube video blew up, and I went from 4,000 subscribers to now 17,000 subscribers. And last month in January, I made about $3,000 Canadian from YouTube AdSense, which is unbelievable because that's kind of like almost like a full-time income. And then from my Etsy shop, which has been open for 3 months, I made $1,000 in net profit. So this is the first time ever that I've been able to make any kind of substantial passive income. So last week, as a lot of you saw on my Instagram stories, I flew to Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam on a one-way ticket. And yeah, I'm here, I'm living my dream. And in this video, I want to share with you kind of the last 8 years, how I started having this dream and then everything leading up to this point. And it feels like it's been so long, like the last 8 years, but it's been so worth it. Like this whole journey has been so worth it. So why did I have this dream in the first place 8 years ago? When I was 20 years old, I went on exchange, and this was the time when I was in university, and I started following a lot of like these travel bloggers like Brent on the Road and Nomadic Matt. And I did an internship in China at a clean tech startup company where I met people who kind of just started a business from scratch. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like this was the first time I was ever exposed to somebody starting a business just from zero and making it successful. I've always loved blogging. So since I was 11 years old, I've had a blog. And when I was 20 years old, I started this blog, kind of like a travel lifestyle blog. And I wrote about my experiences when I was on exchange. And then I also did a 6-week solo Europe trip, like backpacking around like 10 cities in Europe. And I also wrote about that in my blog. So from that time, I was always interested in blogging, travel, sharing my journey. And because I was following these travel bloggers and I met these business owners who just started businesses from scratch, I thought, oh my gosh, like maybe this could also be a possibility for me. And I just love the idea of being able to work and travel at the same time. And so that's when it kind of started becoming like a dream of mine. So since then, I've tried like a whole bunch of things to try to make this dream happen. So when I was in university, I was studying business, and I did one internship at Global Affairs Canada, which is the Government of Canada's International Trade Department. This is the government department that sends diplomats out into like different areas of the world to work at embassies and consulates. And because I had this internship, I thought, okay, maybe I could kind of like travel and work and become a diplomat. And I also speak French as well. So I thought, okay, maybe this is something I could do and I could see myself doing it. So after university, I got a job at the British consulate in Vancouver, and it was a pretty cool job because I got to travel around a lot. I was mainly stationed in Vancouver. I was like going to the office every day from 9 to 5, but every 3 months I would go on a trip. So I went to Europe one time, I went to San Francisco maybe like 3 times, I went to Toronto 5 times during my 2 years that I worked there, and then a couple other small trips to different parts of the US for conferences and business meetings and stuff like that. And so my experience working for the Canadian government and the British government, like the experience was really, really great, but I kind of just felt like something was missing. I wasn't doing my own thing, and I've always wanted to do my own thing, like become a travel blogger or like a lifestyle blogger, something like that. And this entire time, I still had a boss. I had to ask if I wanted to go on vacation. I had to get permission. I felt like I just didn't have that much freedom, even though I was traveling around a bit and I could continue on this career path of becoming a diplomat. So when I was working at the British consulate, I thought, okay, how can I become my own boss and travel the world? So 1 year into working at the British consulate, that's when I started my first ever side business, which is selling greeting cards and teaching calligraphy workshops, which I have shared a lot about on this YouTube channel. And at the time, I had no idea how like eventually I would be able to travel with this kind of calligraphy business, but I just knew that the first step was to start any side business. For me, I thought like, okay, starting a calligraphy business is maybe the easiest and most realistic thing for me to do. You can watch this video if you want to learn more about like how I started the whole calligraphy business. But yeah, I started the calligraphy business, and then 1 year after starting it, I quit my job and I was basically just full-time teaching calligraphy workshops. I did that for a couple of months, and it actually got really, really tiring because I was teaching one workshop a week, and it was really hard to sell the tickets and my revenue was low. And this whole time I was thinking about how can I travel? But I'm like stuck in Vancouver teaching workshops. So that's when I had the idea to turn my calligraphy business, which was like all physical and I had to be in Vancouver, turn it into an online business. So I then started to coach calligraphers on how to start a business. And it was actually really good timing because that's when COVID happened in 2020. So I had to cancel all my calligraphy workshops and my main income source became coaching for calligraphers. When I talk about this, it sounds like, oh, Dina just started a calligraphy business. It seems like it was just very easy for her, but it was actually really, really, really hard. Like I had so many mindset problems when it came to like transitioning the business from the physical calligraphy business, teaching workshops, into this online business. It was very, very difficult, but I knew that this was the step I had to take to turn my business into something online, which then could allow me to travel. So I did the coaching for about 2 years, and in those 2 years of doing coaching, that's when I started this YouTube channel, and it was actually my mentor, Ryan Robinson, who is a huge blogger. It's because I won a blogging scholarship from him. And so I had a couple of calls and he's the one who told me to start this YouTube channel so I could basically like funnel calligraphers into my coaching programs. And my goal with YouTube was never to become a big YouTuber. It was literally just so I could make a couple videos, add them to my blog posts on my website, which is dinacalligraphy.com, and then get people to join my email list. And then I could sell coaching programs to them. So starting the YouTube was also very, very difficult and I was just really, really nervous. Like the first video was just so hard to make. I was super duper awkward. You can go watch it after you watch this video, but that's how I started the YouTube. And after doing coaching for like a year and a half, I kind of felt like I really did enjoy it and working with all my clients. I loved supporting people, but I just felt like something was missing. Coaching wasn't the thing I really wanted to do. And that's when I kind of had like a quarter life crisis of what I want to do in my career. So I thought a lot about it. I read this book by Kelly Track called P.S. You're a Genius, which helped me so much in confirming what I want to do. But basically my conclusion from the whole quarter life crisis, not knowing what I'm doing with my business and like having this dream of becoming a digital nomad, making passive income, my conclusion was that I just literally wanted to make content and share my journey, kind of like what I was doing when I was 20 years old with my old travel and lifestyle blog. I just wanted to share what I was doing, share about cool things, and just to share my experiences with everybody. So then I was thinking, okay, should I do blogging? But then I already have this YouTube channel that I started. It's been like a year and a half. And then I thought, okay, why don't I just do the YouTube? It's kind of like blogging, but it's just like in a video format. It's basically the same thing. And I can connect with people way more easily through video. So that's when I decided to just focus on YouTube and to quit my coaching business. So that was about 8 months ago, last year in the summer in 2022. And because I quit the coaching, I let go of pretty much my biggest income stream. And that's when I started to do all these random side gigs like delivering for Uber Eats and pet sitting, making TikTok videos, like freelancing. These months of doing all these random things plus working on the YouTube, it was very difficult. And I was like really stressed because my YouTube was like basically not growing. It was maybe growing 200 subscribers a month, but I just kept doing it. I kept making videos. And in the fall of last year, so 3 months ago, I decided to start an Etsy shop because I kind of always had an idea to start an Etsy shop and it's just like another way to make passive income. So I started that, and you have to watch this video where I explain like the whole thing of how like the Etsy store and then my YouTube blew up. But basically a month and a half ago, my first month on Etsy video got really big, and that's the video, the 99th video that really just helped my channel kind of blow up. And now I have 17,000 subscribers. And this channel is now making substantial income from YouTube AdSense. So long story short, after the YouTube blew up, about 3 weeks later, I thought, oh my gosh, like I'm finally making passive income. Like this is my dream, to make passive income and to travel and to be a digital nomad and to have like freedom and flexibility. So I bought a one-way ticket to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And the reason why I picked this place is because I have a good friend here who lives here, and I've always told her, I'll come visit you. So I bought a ticket and now I'm here, and it's been about a week, and I actually have 2 friends from Vancouver who are here visiting me in Vietnam. So we're living in the same Airbnb, and as I'm recording this video, I'm like upstairs, my friend is downstairs, so I kind of feel awkward because She can hear me recording. So maybe that's why I'm a bit awkward in this video. So it's been 1 week and it's been really, really great. I've been really, really happy. We've been going out every day, doing things and working a little bit as well. And to actually be very honest, it's been like a little bit overwhelming. So yesterday I was feeling like kind of anxious and nervous because of just like everything. Like I kind of just plopped myself into Vietnam and I haven't traveled for so long. Like I haven't traveled internationally since before COVID. So coming to a place where I don't speak the language and like everything is so different and I'm just not used to it. And I'm also trying to work at the same time. It's been a lot. And I think maybe I'll make another video about like how I'm feeling about the whole trip. But overall, it's been really, really great. And I think maybe I haven't fully processed that I'm here. I'm like living my dream, but this is actually my dream that I've always wanted to do because now I'm making passive income, I'm traveling, and it's amazing. But I feel like just because this whole week has been kind of overwhelming, I feel like I haven't really gotten time to process everything. So stay tuned because I'll make more videos in the future on like how everything is going. So now you might be wondering what is next for me. So my plan right now is to travel for at least 2 to 3 months. I think I'll stay in Vietnam for a month. I will definitely go to the Philippines. There's several people I want to visit in the Philippines, and then might go back to Vancouver for the summer, or maybe I'll go visit my relatives in China, but I do have to apply for a new visa. So maybe I'll do that in Hong Kong, but I haven't really researched it yet. So we'll see about that. And I'll keep working on my Etsy shop and my YouTube. And something else that has been like a dream of mine is to be a polyglot, which is somebody who speaks a lot of different languages. Because for me, like I love traveling, but what I love even more than traveling is if I learn the language and then go to the place and I can actually like talk to locals and just be more integrated into the culture of that country. So like I don't speak Vietnamese at all, and it's been like really, really difficult. And I just feel like I'm just such a foreigner here, and I cannot integrate into it because I don't speak the language. And another thing that has always been a dream of mine is to meet up with my subscribers. So actually today I am meeting one of my subscribers in Ho Chi Minh City. So that'll be really cool. I'll put a photo here. And with every single big city that I go to, I think I'll do some kind of like a subscriber meetup. So I'm like really, really excited because the reason why I love traveling so much is I love being a new place, but I also love meeting different people and just like gaining different perspectives. That's like probably one of my favorite parts about traveling. So for all of you watching, follow me on Instagram because that's where I share my most like up-to-date travel plans and stuff, because my YouTube videos take like at least 2 to 3 weeks for it to come out. So you might miss it if I'm like traveling to your city. So follow me on Instagram and yeah, let me know if you are in the area that I'm going to, and then we can definitely have a meetup. So I hope that with me sharing my journey of like the last 8 years, how I had this dream and then all the things I tried to do to reach this point, I hope this really encourages you to keep going and not give up on your dream. And even if it's like a dream that seems so far away, if you keep working at it and if you keep trying different things, you will definitely get there one day. When I was 20 years old, I thought being a digital nomad, traveling the world, it was just such a far away thing. Like I just didn't know how I would get there. But throughout these 8 years, like I did a whole bunch of stuff and like finally I am here, and it's been so worth it. Like everything that I did, everything that I went through, all the income struggles, all the mindset struggles, and quitting my job, that was very hard. But I feel like now I am on the other side and I'm very happy. And I hope that by me sharing my story, this inspires you to continue in pursuing your dreams, whatever that might be. It could be starting a business or doing something similar that I'm doing, or it could be, I don't know, just you guys have a lot of different kinds of dreams. Oh, I would love to know in the comments, what is your dream and what are you doing right now to work towards that dream? So I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes. It's by Walt Disney and it's, "If you can dream it, you can achieve it."